All right, let's talk about that moment. You know the one. That frustrating sputter from your Yamaha Outboard right when you should be gliding across the water. Well, if that sounds familiar, this one's for you. We are going to dive into one of the most important DIY jobs you can do for your boat, replacing your spark plugs.
And you know, that quote really just nails it, doesn't it? This isn't just about being a mechanic, it's about that feeling of reliability, of enjoying your time out on the water without a single worry. That smooth, purring engine, that's the goal. That's exactly what we're aiming for today.
So let's start with the problem itself. It's that sinking feeling you get when you realize something is just off with your engine. But here's the good news. The solution is often way simpler than you think.
Do any of these ring a bell? A rough, shaky idle when you're just sitting at the dock? A real, noticeable drop in power when you're trying to get up on plane? Or how about that unnerving hesitation when you push the throttle? And hey, maybe you've noticed you're becoming best friends with the guy at the fuel dock a little too often. These are all classic, textbook signs pointing to one tiny, often overlooked part.
And that, my friends, brings us to the unsung hero of your entire engine, the spark plug. Think of it as the very first domino in the whole chain reaction that powers your boat. It's small, but it is mighty. Its job is actually pretty simple, but it is absolutely critical. It delivers a tiny bolt of lightning at the exact right millisecond to ignite that mix of air and fuel in the cylinder. See, without a clean, strong spark, the whole combustion process just, well, it falls apart. And the difference is, honestly, it's night and day. With good plugs, you get that smooth power you crave, and you're using fuel efficiently. But with bad plugs, you're looking at a loss of power, you're literally just wasting fuel, and you can even cause increased wear and tear on your engine over time.
And you want a real-world number? How about this? In one case with a Yamaha F-150, just swapping out 4 fouled plugs boosted fuel efficiency by 15%. 15%! That is real money back in your pocket and, more importantly, more time on the water.
Okay, so how do you know for sure that your spark plugs are the bad guy here? Well, it's time to play engine detective. Your outboard gives you plenty of clues, things you can hear, and things you can see. You just have to know what you're looking for.
Let's start with your ears. That rough idle we talked about, that's a huge one. You might even hear actual misfiring, which kind of sounds like a cough or a stumble from the engine. And you'll feel that hesitation when you accelerate. The fuel consumption, well, that's your wallet talking, and it's another key clue you can hear, so to speak.
But the real evidence, the smoking gun, comes when you pull an old plug out. The story of your engine's health is written right there on the tip. We're basically looking for 4 main suspects: carbon fouling, oil fouling, signs of overheating, or any obvious physical damage.
First up is carbon fouling. If your plug looks like it's been sitting in a chimney all covered in dry black soot, this is your culprit. It usually means your fuel mixture is too rich or the spark just isn't hot enough to burn all that fuel cleanly.
Now, if the plug comes out looking wet and oily, that's oil fouling. And this one is a bit more serious. It's a really strong sign that oil is sneaking past your piston rings or valve seals. So yeah, you need a new plug, but you also need to figure out where that oil is coming from.
This is the one you really don't want to see. A blistered, chalky white, or melted-looking electrode means that plug is running dangerously hot. This could be from using the wrong kind of plug or bad ignition timing, and trust me, it can lead to catastrophic engine damage if you ignore it.
And just to show you you're not alone in this, check this out. In one technician's experience with a bunch of Yamaha F200s and F225s, a staggering 65% of the plugs they pulled during routine service showed signs of carbon fouling. It is incredibly common, even in engines that are otherwise really well taken care of.
Okay, diagnosis complete. You've played detective. Now for the really empowering part, the fix. This is your confident, step-by-step plan to get this job done right. First things first, let's gather your tools. You'll need a proper spark plug socket. That little rubber insert inside is a lifesaver. It keeps you from dropping the plug. You'll also need a ratchet, a gap gauge, and if you can, a torque wrench. It's highly recommended. Oh, and don't forget some clean rags and your safety gear. Preparation is everything.
And before you touch a single bolt, let's talk safety. These are totally non-negotiable. Engine must be off and cool to the touch. Disconnect the negative terminal on your battery to prevent any nasty surprises. And here's a huge pro tip. When you go to remove the plug wire, pull firmly on the thick rubber boot. Never ever on the wire itself. You can easily break the connection inside.
Look, we can break this whole job down into 5 simple steps. Easy. 1.
Prep and safety. 2. Remove the old plugs, and do them one at a time so you don't mix up the wires. 3. Inspect the old one and gap the new one. 4. Install it and torque it down correctly. And 5. Reconnect everything and test your work. See? Totally manageable.
Now this chart is your best friend. It gives you the right NGK plug, the precise gap setting, and the torque spec for a lot of common Yamaha models. But, and this is super important, always treat this as a guide. You have to double-check the exact specs in your specific owner's manual just to be 100% sure.
Let's talk a little more about torque, because getting this right is absolutely crucial. If it's too loose, it won't seal properly. If it's too tight, you could strip the threads in the aluminum cylinder head, and that is a very expensive mistake. So aim for the spec, usually around 18 foot-pounds. Or you can use the old rule of thumb, a quarter to a half turn past finger tight.
So you've installed the new plugs, you've fired up the engine, and it is purring like a kitten. Amazing work. Now, let's talk about how to keep it that way for the long haul.
Here is the schedule you want to live by. Yamaha recommends a full-on replacement every 100 hours or once a year, whichever comes first. It's also a fantastic habit to pull them out for a quick visual inspection about halfway through that cycle, just so you can catch any potential problems early.
And here are your final pro tips for long-term engine health. First, be religious about that maintenance schedule. Second, use good fuel and the right oil. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. And finally, and I cannot stress this enough, always use the OEM-specified plug. They are designed specifically for your engine's heat range and performance. Don't cheap out here.
You know, at the end of the day, this isn't just about changing a part. It's about taking control of your boat's performance and its reliability. You've got the knowledge now, you've got the plan, so the only question left is, what's the first thing you're going to check on your engine after watching this? Thanks for joining us.